Sandra from Asexuals, my asexual life. How are you doing this fine day? This is a place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual. I share my asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that great big subscribe button right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I post a new video. In a moment, we're going to be discussing why it's important to not think and say you're just looking for a friend. That's all you want. But first of all, if you don't know who I am Sandra Bellamy, author of this awesome Asexual Perspectives 47 Asexual Stories book out on Amazon. If you haven't yet got a copy of this, go to Amazon now, type in Asexual Perspectives and grab a copy, because it's an invaluable handbook that you'll never want to be without if you are new to asexuality or you want to understand the asexual spectrum a lot more. So, yes, never ever say to an asexual, you just want a friend, you do. So this is really damaging, and it's really bad ideology to have, right? Because as you know, I want to have a relationship. I've been pursuing having a relationship for a very long time. I'm currently on take a break from Facebook dating. I'm talking to a guy who's in the UK who's not Indian but Pakistani. So I'm talking to him, which is nice. We video chat tomorrow, so I'll see how that goes. And you know, I'm looking after myself and doing other stuff, right? But obviously I'm still really intently looking to find a relationship as well. That's a really big deal to me. But one thing that's really, really annoying is a lot of sexuals, they believe that, oh, if you are asexual, you're just looking for a friend, and it's all right to have you as a friend and then go after other people, right? And, you know, because my intimacy is not the same as theirs, for example. So they think that if you're not having sex in a relationship, that isn't actually a proper relationship. And they see it as like, okay, they'll be friends with you. They'll get all the friendship asexual benefits as well as having sex with other people. This is not acceptable, right? This is not acceptable, you know. It's not acceptable to use an asexual for friends with asexual benefits, right? To make you feel good, to stroke your ego, or to you know, to basically, you know, keep them as your friend but still get your sex elsewhere. Unless an asexual person wants a polyamorous relationship. There are some asexuals that don't mind that, right? But in broad terms, I find that very, very, very insulting when a guy just assumes because I'm asexual that I'm looking for a friend, and that in order to have a proper relationship, sex has to be involved in that. And so therefore they don't view me as actually being in a relationship. And it's very difficult if you're dating and on the asexual dating scene, or even if you're talking to sexuals, for them to understand you, right? If I'm looking for a relationship, I'm looking for a forever relationship, right? Without sex, in my case, without marriage and without kids, right? I would still be doing kissing, which I do not do with my friend. I'll still be doing cuddling, which I do not do with my friends. I have very, very strict boundaries between what I do with my friends and between what I do with an actual partner I'm in a relationship with. I do not want to be doing all that type of stuff outside a relationship. Yes, if I go clubbing, I do kiss guys, as you know. I allow myself to do that, right? But I'm looking for a long-term relationship, ideally, right? And in clubs, it's different. In clubs, there's security guards there. It's in a public place. There's a lot of places that I'm not allowed to touch me on my body. So I don't get so physically intimate as I would do if I was in a relationship, right? And so years ago, even my own mum used to kind of laugh before she knew I was asexual. They're very good about, my parents are nowadays, because they understand I'm asexual. They accept it. They think it's me. And, you know, everything's great because they understand now. But back when they didn't understand me, before I knew I was asexual, you know, my mum's like, oh, you just want a friend, you do, because I wouldn't have sex with a guy. But it's totally not true, right? Different people have different levels of intimacy, right? And asexuals all have different levels of intimacy. Some asexuals might say something like, oh, I just want a really close platonic friend to be in a relationship with. But that relationship would still be a relationship. If they want a queer platonic relationship, right, it would be more than a friendship to them. So people have different levels of intimacy. My intimacy is long kissing. As you know, I like kissing younger foreign guys usually. The least facial hair, the better, because I'm really not attracted to facial hair. As you know, I hate beards, and it just really puts me off and makes me feel, like I can't be as asexually attracted to the person, so it's not such a good experience for me. It really puts me off. It's like I don't want to date or be in a relationship with a bush. I want to actually experience your beautiful, soft, gentle face, you know? And so for me, but when I'm kissing, right, I kiss really intimately and passionately. That is my equivalent of a sexual person's sex, if you like. A sexual person wants genitalia, intercourse, and making love. Some call it by intercourse. Well, I want to make love with my tongue, not with my genital areas. So if I'm deep tongue kissing, it's really, really sensual, really, really passionate. It can be arousing if I'm doing it with body to body contact with clothes on. And so I don't do that stuff with just a friend. That is my intimacy. If I let a guy even do that to me really close physically like that, you know, like with close body contact with clothes on, that is really something that I cherish and only want in a relationship. I don't want to be doing that stuff with a guy on, you know, random guy. I don't do casual relationships, as you know. I told you on this channel before, I just can't do a casual relationship. I had the opportunity to do one recently and I just can't do that. I just not who I am, right? And yeah, with the club, I decided, you know, I haven't been to obviously clubbing for over a year now, so I haven't kissed any guy for over a year now. And you know, as a person who's hyper romantic, kissing hyper kisser as well, yeah, it can be difficult not kissing because I just love the art of kissing. I miss kissing and it's difficult for me, but I won't just kiss anyone. It has to be someone I'm highly aesthetically attracted to and want to kiss in the first place, right? And so, you know, I do love clubbing and you know, if I get into a relationship, I hope the guy will go clubbing sometimes with me so I can still do my dancing and kiss on the dance floor at the same time because that's kind of really important to me, right? But, you know, I really resent and get angry and peed off and not happy. These are some of the emotions I feel when people are saying stuff like you just want a friend. It just really, really annoys me. And I feel like when I was on Facebook dating, actively on there, that some guys just didn't get it. You know, it's like, oh, I'll still be your friend anyway, even if you don't want sex, you know? And it's kind of like a friends with benefits scenario. It's like, no, I'm not having that, right? I've got friends, proper friends, good friends. I don't need more friends. Well, everyone kind of could do with some more friends if they're genuinely good friends, right? But, you know, it's like I don't need more friends. And, you know, I'd rather be on my own than get the wrong friends because most guys who are not asexual, which the Facebook dating people usually aren't, then, you know, they expect more from a friendship than just, you know, than just basically friendship, right? So I've had Indian guys say to me, oh, you know, like you can kiss or cuddle me, do what you like, but they don't want to actually be in a relationship with me. And it's like, well, no, I deserve just as much commitment as a heterosexual person does. Just because I don't want a relationship, I want a faithful, monogamous life partner who can live and be without sex. But it would be a proper full-on relationship. Like we'd be messaging every day, we'd be video chatting regularly, dates, you know, we'd be in each other's lives, and you know, it would be full-on relationship, proper relationship, and we'd be kissing and cuddling and being intimate in ways that is boundary driven and safe for both people. But you know, the kissing is my intimacy. If I'm deep, passionate tongue kissing in a very, very close body contact way with clothes on, that is my intimacy. So you have to understand that different people have different levels of intimacy. Some asexuals, just a little peck on the cheek and cuddling would be their intimacy. That would still be a relationship to them. They would still want a relationship like that forever. You know, so you have to understand that different asexuals got different levels of intimacy, and you shouldn't be invalidating asexuals saying you just want a friend, you know, because they don't want sex, because sex isn't love, and you can still love a person so much without having any sexual intercourse whatsoever or doing any sex stuff, right? So before you go around thinking, oh, asexuals just want friends, this is simply not true. A lot of asexuals don't even require a relationship, and the ones that do, there's quite a few romantic asexuals, people who love romance, and there's some that don't like romance. But even the ones that don't like romance, their relationship, even if it's a queer platonic relationship, would be more than their usual friendships. They would be more intimate in some ways, where that's intimately talking, a bit more touching, you know, that type of thing. So please, please, please respect the individual, have open and honest conversations, make it clear where you stand. If you're interested in an asexual, you know, say to them that you're interested in them, we're interested in a relationship. You know, don't keep them thinking, are you just going to be my friend? Are you going to be more than a friend? And don't, you know, talk to them about their wants, their needs, their likes, dislikes. Don't assume that just because an asexual's not having sex, they just want to be your friend, because that would be wrong and it could hurt their feelings, right? And, you know, if you want a cuddle buddy, because some asexuals do, I'm not into that at all, you know, then you have to obviously take into account that the other person, maybe they're not asexual, maybe it's I saw something in a group recently, whereas an asexual guy doesn't want a serious committed relationship, they want to stay single, but yet they want to have a cuddle buddy from a sexual person. Equally, that's not fair to the sexual person, right? They need to know where they stand. If they're just wanting a cuddle buddy, but without any commitment and being in a relationship, if the sexual person's not happy with that, then it's not fair for the sexual person. Well, they could get someone who's more sexually compatible for them in an actual relationship, right? So it doesn't matter what sexual orientation you are, you can still hurt the other sexual orientation. This is why it's important to have open, honest communication and conversations, and to literally say your intention, because then everyone knows where they stand. Anyway, I hope you found this video useful, helpful, insightful. If you have anyway, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that great big bell icon so you get notified of every time I post a new video. Lots of love to you. Bye bye.